Hey, all right, man. Twice in a row here. Manny, what I'm doing another edge test and using a different stone. Just been experimenting with different things on straight razors. Um, I'll wait for a few more people to show up and then I'll kind of get into what I've been doing here with it. In the meantime, I don't know, what am I going to use? I'm going to use black sails today. I'll just go ahead and get lathered up and then I'll start explaining what my little project here is. I got it's probably not a whole lot of growth, maybe less than 24 hours, but oh Gary, I know it's your favorite soap. It's one of my favorites too. I do love the black sails. Very strong, uh, lasting scent. And the thing about it is that if you got a funky bore brush, you can definitely get some of the funk out of it by lathering it up in the brush and let it set overnight. So how's everybody doing this weekend? I'm just kind of taking it easy today, doing razor hones. I had not been out to the farm at all. I think I just about wore myself out on it yesterday. I am tired of ditches. All right, Kai, are you here yet? He was telling me he wanted to peek in on this. Okay, well, here's the subject matter. It's an American style, what do they call this? Unpolished diamond made for Twinplex sales, St. Louis, Missouri, Montreal, Canada, and it's made by BRW company. Now, previously I had a black Arkansas edge on this. Excuse me. But here's what the deal is. I've got different natural finishing stones. Here's one that is a hard green slate. This was actually a find at a rock shop. And I thought, well, I'm going to try that out. This does a nice polish, gives a smooth type of shave, not as sharp as the black Arkansas, but definitely smooth. I have a black Arkansas in the other room, but this is one of my latest additions. This is the black translucent. Excellent combination of smoothness and sharpness. a little bit sharper than just the black. But this is my experiment for today. This is a black slate. And I found this piece of slate, actually a source on it. This stone is softer. So the purpose of this type of stone would be you've got a good edge, for example, on a razor. You just want to maintain it, uh, keep that sharpness there in between strops. Strop it a few times and then hit it on this. Now these are soft; they're not going to cut a lot. In fact, it's going to be more edge straightening, polishing, that kind of stuff. You can. I've tried them with oil, with water, and dry. They even work great dry. Just here, let me. Anyway, I've stropped this, so I'm not going to go ahead and stroke it again. But this is just like a maintenance type thing. And anyway, we're just going to test that edge out on it. See how it goes here. This is how I judge everything, is pretty much by feel. Very smooth. Yet it is on, oh, I would say, when did I do that shave? That was last night. So I would say there's maybe 18 hours growth, and it's still doing a good cut, a very nice cut, just as smooth as it can be. Feels very good. Normally, I would say, don't try to judge a straight razor on less than 24 hours growth, but it's doing the job. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Yeah, I think it is a good comparison, with the exception that on the face shave yesterday, this was the razor I used, one that I restored for Stephen Robertson, and that had the black Arkansas translucent edge on it, but it is a different style razor. You can see it's got more smile. It's a little narrower. Um, what I finished up with on my head was this Knowles yesterday. I really like this design. It's what they call an American style point, but that's the reason that I chose this one here today, because it's the same width, same angle, same type of grind, American uh, made steel, probably even the same steel. Yeah, lips are overrated. Kai, um, I know you were really interested in this. This is this is what this black slate edge is doing. Single pass through 18 hours of growth. So it's definitely sharp enough, and it's smooth. I think it'll be a real good maintenance stone for people. So anyway, the reason behind my trying this out, seeing how it performs, seeing if it's acceptable, is because I think I'm going to be offering these like at about $35 a piece, maybe, uh, to people to use as an intermediate or an edge maintenance type stone. And yes, they can be used dry. So you don't have to, you can use them with oil, you can use them with water, water and soap combination. But uh, the edge that I just did on here, that was a dry lap. And then maybe 10 strokes on the straw. Feels great, Guy. I mean, it's smooth, no irritation, and you can see what it did for cutting minimal growth, like 18 hours of growth. I'm gonna go ahead and lather up again and see if it keeps taking hair. Um, it's already at DFS, but it left me just a little tiny bit right down in here. Who needs an Adam's apple, huh? I don't know if you can even see mine. I got that fat boy syndrome, or well-rounded, as you might call it. I don't think anybody's ever seen my Adam's apple. Ah, you guys are great. Okay, I'm gonna do just is somewhat biased to my hair growth. And yes, it's still it's still grabbing it on side pass. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I don't know how good the microphone is on this. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do a against the grain on the neck, one pass. Oh, hey, Doug. How are you? I didn't know you sneaked in there. Okay. Well, I'll be looking forward to hearing what you think about it on a shave. And let me know what you think about it too, on the geometry correction for the spine. I think it will. I think you'll like it pretty well. Hello. Boy, this thing keeps disappearing on me. Hi, Dave. How are you? Having a good day? Well, I'm just and everything good. Um, that's two passes. I got this spot right up under here that I usually always have to get again just to clean up. So yeah, I guess overall to answer the question, Kai, very nice edge. I'm gonna say very, very close to the black Arkansas. I think the translucent Arkansas is a tiny bit sharper. Um, I think this one might be just as smooth. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a side by side one of these days between this between the slate and the translucent. But my idea behind this thing right here is something affordable for guys to use as an intermediate maintenance, so they don't have to send their razors out so often. I think 35 bucks is pretty reasonable. I hand lap these down to, oh, let's see. Well, it's green chrome oxide, so you're talking about a surface that is about 14 to 16,000 at least. Uh, the one thing about these are is you're not going to use them for major material removal. Uh, they will remove a little bit, very very slowly, almost no slurry or no black coming up in the slurry on it when you use it for the metal that's coming off of it. Excuse my throat today, but yeah, I think it's proven itself out. It's a pretty good edge. It'll I don't know. You just have to try it out and let me know what you think. I think they would work well as well for things like a maybe a wet blade, just to put a light hone on it before using it again. No, not at all, Doug. I can't relate to that garden stuff. In fact, I don't want to relate to it today. I wore myself out on it yesterday and digging ditches and doing repairs on irrigation. And today it just had to be an easy day, so I had a few razors from other people that they'd sent me, and I was just taking some time to do some honing. Well, I think I like it. I think I like it really well. Um, Very viable stone to use as an upkeep or maintenance. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off with some elixir number two. This is pineapple, citrus, lemon, kind of a spicy mid of coriander, rose, ylang ylang, and some orange blossom. No menthol, just, oh, and it's got witch hazel in it too. Yeah, it is. It is good, Dave. I'm going to be doing a number three here soon. This is number one is all about, they all have glycerin in them, so that it draws moisture to your face. They're all with pure alcohol, no polypropyl butyls and all of that other stuff that and phthalates and so on that's in other alcohol. It's more expensive to make, but it's got a better result on your face. Um, Number one is all about the menthol. Number two is all about the witch hazel. So, and number three will be uh, all about the skin food or moisturizing stuff like aloe and jojoba and vitamin E. So, whatever you like, there may be something there for you to use that works for you. And I'm trying to take a different approach to that because when you use menthol, you're trying to open up your pores to cool off. Uh, it doesn't make sense to me to put witch hazel in there that's fighting against it to close the pores. If you're using witch hazel to close the pores, you don't want the menthol on there because that's going to fight against it. So some people need different things after they're shaved, depending on how their face feels or if it's dry outside or if it's hot outside. So that's kind of my idea about it. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. I hope that entertained you for a little bit. I don't know if it educated you, but at least hopefully it entertained you. Appreciate you coming along. We'll talk to you a little bit later. Bye for now.